Hi, I'm Christian Fletcher, and this is my hometown. I knocked my front tooth out on this field as a Little Leaguer. Later, I helped build this field with my teammates prior to our senior year in high school. We never lost a game at Mustang Field, and we reached the regional finals in the spring of 1993. I walked across this stage as a graduate of Marble Falls High School. Like many of my classmates, I left Marble Falls after graduation. I just went a little further than most. In all, I spent 7 years away from Texas, painting my face and camping out for Duke basketball games, and enjoying an educational experience that was second to none. That experience culminated with my wife Kathy giving birth to our first son Grant as I was finishing graduate school at Yale. My parents and in-laws had a very hard time with their first grandchild being born away from Texas, a Connecticut Yankee no less, so we moved the family back to the Hill Country immediately after graduation. We put up with Austin for 2 years, although we had a fantastic highlight with the birth of our second son, Kais, into a delivery room full of family and friends. Modesty was thrown out the window. I was then hired as the first academic advisor at Texas Tech in Marble Falls in 2002. We were ecstatic to be back. As you know, Marble Falls is a beautiful place. It is a town rich with history and opportunity. It is also home to many amazing people who work hard to make the most of the resources our community possesses. I have been fortunate to work with many of these people as the executive director of the Marble Falls Lake LBJ Chamber of Commerce since 2006. You've seen my resume by now, but here are a few snapshots of what I've been doing for the last 5 years. I was the continuity of business coordinator after the 2007 flood. In addition, our chamber led a PR campaign to let the world know that Marble Falls was open for business. We produce and promote special events like Lakefest and the Walkway of Lights that bring tens of thousands of people to Marble Falls each year. We are also very proud of our Leadership Highland Lakes program. I've served on the Comprehensive Plan, Capital Improvement, Ethics Review, Hotel Tax, and the Downtown Master Plan committees. I love research, compiling data, analyzing and comparing markets. Unlike many numbers people, however, I also enjoy presenting information to groups and interacting with the public. I don't mind doing interviews. In fact, I would rather convey important information directly than to allow the media to craft a message based on the most sensational interviews they can muster. I love walking the line between collaboration and competition, as in the case of the proposed visitor center. In the chamber world, as I'm sure it exists in the EDC world, we must rely on our network of colleagues for good information, lessons learned, and best practices that have been established. At the same time, we compete with those peers for tourists just as EDCs compete with one another for new businesses. An approach based in honesty and integrity is crucial to successful navigation of this potentially slippery slope. I love my job and the people with whom I work. I could not ask for a better board of directors. I have the utmost respect for their personal and professional commitments, and I am proud to share their vision for our chamber and its place in the community. I think that we make a pretty good team. But if there is one thing missing from this equation, it is a direct correlation with economic development. Economic development to me is honestly evaluating a community's resources, what gaps exist, and then taking the necessary steps to enable the whole community to achieve the highest and best potential. In Marble Falls, I think we can all agree that potential is key. We have things that other communities just don't have. We have good people in leadership positions to take Marble Falls to the next level. I do think we get frustrated when we all don't move synchronously together and opportunities are squandered. I think that passion is one of the truly beautiful things about our community. I think that City Council's unanimous recognition that Marble Falls today is a regional hub and their collective desire to become a destination lays a very solid foundation for the entire community to come together and build something incredible. Here, we can start with an amazingly productive sales tax base that is unrivaled nearly anywhere in the state. From that starting point, we can develop retail to minimize leakage and ensure that more dollars are staying in Marble Falls. At the same time, we need to work to develop tourism and create destination appeal that precipitates a steady flow of new dollars into our economy. Both approaches create jobs, which has to be a focal point of our endeavor. In my opinion, it is not the Economic Development Corporation's responsibility to bankroll big projects or to invest all of its resources toward one or a few of the next big things. Instead, the EDC should take the lead in creating a balanced approach to a wide array of economic development initiatives, including workforce development and education, amenities and projects that enhance our quality of life, responsible industry recruitment, tourism, and anything within reason that will support the hospital and surrounding development. I feel that a deep understanding of the Marble Falls area and all of its intricacies is more important than economic development experience in another community. Learning the ins and outs of economic development and even obtaining certification in the field to demonstrate ability or knowledge is far easier than fully understanding our community, appreciating its nuances, and being successful here. Moreover, those from larger communities have had the luxury of multiple staff members, large budgets, developed infrastructure to support their efforts. But right here, right now in Marble Falls, we need a more flexible solution. If I am lucky enough to be your choice as a partner in economic development, please know that my efforts will be bolstered by the Chamber staff, board, advisory board, membership, and all of their respective talents. Together, we can do great things.